Oh yeah, it's John Mansell, exboozehound. Hope you're well. Um, like always, I think about what I'm going to vlog. Sometimes for a couple of days, sort of prior to actually doing it. And this time, I actually wrote stuff down, which I forgot to bring with me. And it's a shame, really, because I reckon it was all really poignant stuff. Probably not. I've changed my mind a few times what I was going to call this vlog. One title was, I can't really remember it now, Uncertain Times. There was another couple, but I think I'm going to go, and only really with, because I'm going to go with the new normal. Because when we're talking about mental health and addiction and other issues like that, you know, the word normal is used a lot. And you know, obviously, what's normal? Everybody's different. Everybody's an individual. I think I decided in the end to go with the new normal, because we are in times now that we've got an opportunity to create a new normal, a better normal. You know, it's obviously horrendous what's been going on with the coronavirus, but occasionally you see on the news some good stuff that's come out of it. One in particular I noticed the other day was they were talking about, you know, the possibility of, you know, really being able to attack the HIV virus because of the lockdown and the times and all that sort of stuff. I mean, I don't really understand why, but there's other stuff that's positive that have come out of this. And one of the major things that I think is positive is that we, as individuals, the country, the world, the governments of the world, have, for the first time in a long time, put more value on life than money. And you know, someone like myself who's, you know, I'm on benefits and I haven't got a lot of money. You know, it's I've heard this said. I've said this before as well, but I've heard it said by other people as well. People with learning difficulties and people with, you know, physical disabilities, and it's the same with mental difficulties. And I've said this before, that, you know, in a way, the isolation that we've been in, and you know, the strange times you know, that we've been in, it's a bit of a leveler, because you know, these times when you guys out there without any mental health issues or what, getting to understand a little bit of how we live on a daily basis. And you know, the fact that people are valuing life more than money is a huge thing that we need to think of moving forward. We need to keep that. Also, in, you know, in on the news and everything, and I've said this before in a vlog, that, you know, there's an awful lot of people talking about mental well-being. Now, I don't know whether I like the phrase mental well-being, but it makes sense, because you know, it's I think that all these people talking about children's mental health and other people's mental health, the people who are having to self-isolate, the people who are having to shield, and their mental well-being, these current times will have had a huge effect on that. But I think now we're all starting to go back. You know, the shit's really going to hit the fan. I can't remember what the saying is, but it's something like it takes 2 months to form a habit, and something like 3 months to form a way of life. Well, if you think about it, we've been locked down and locked in and staying away from work and schools and shops and everything for what, nigh on 3 months. So I would imagine yesterday, I was going to do this vlog yesterday, but I sort of didn't get round to it. I would imagine yesterday there would have been an awful lot of people experiencing feelings that they've never felt before. And those feelings would have been things like stress and anxiety, and possibly depression as well. Because there's an awful lot of people going back to work today. The stress of that is going to be very hard on a lot of people because they've got so used to the situation that we've been in. You know, the kids and the parents, they've been stressing about things going back to school as well. And you know, all of a sudden on Saturday night they announced that these people that have been in shielding are allowed out, and I know I've seen people say it, and people say it to me, that they're very, very anxious about the new normal that we're going to be living in, and you know, anxiety, stress, depression. There's going to be an awful lot of people feeling those feelings that have never felt them before, and they won't know what they are. They'll put it down to nerves or whatever, but you know, if you don't deal with it quickly and early, it could get out of control and leave you in a difficult position. So we got to think about that, and we've got to be caring to the people around us and supportive. And I think that is part of the new normal. There's been an awful lot of people, you know, helping neighbours out and meeting neighbours. I was speaking to somebody the other day that lived in the same road for something like 15 years, and they've never spoken to anybody who's like more than 2 or 3 doors away, and they've got themselves a WhatsApp group and they're helping each other out. These are the things that we need to keep. You know, these are the, you know, thinking about other people rather than just thinking about ourselves all the time. We need to keep these. We need to make the most of it. We need to find a way to not go back to the old normal. You know, we need to find a way to come out of this better off. So this is quite a short vlog, I think, and I don't know whether, again, I always get to the end and I think, oh, have I said anything relevant? And as soon as I say stop, when I press the stop button, I'll remember things that I wanted to say. But be caring. Remember the good stuff that's come out of this horrendous time. You know, remember that you care about others and you think about others rather than just thinking about yourself. Remember that life is much more important than money. And I just want to touch, before I end, I'll just touch on, I posted something yesterday about, and I said something along the lines, in these terrible times, we as people have moved closer to each other, spiritually rather than physically, because obviously the social distancing. And then I asked the question, but who is it that's dividing us all again? And I answered my own question and said, yep, politicians and journalists. They are the dividing us. You know, I think I'd like to say shame on you to some of the politicians and some of the journalists that blow things all out of proportion, that make that twist things and you know, say things that aren't true. Shame on you. You know, in these times where everybody's coming together, you're still dividing us all, and you should be looking at yourselves as well and make sure that you don't continue and go back to your old normal. You need to think about the people around as individuals, as people. Make something good come out of this horrendous situation. Work together, not against each other, dividing us all the time, because we need, as a people, as a country, as a world, we've needed for a long time to find something that brings us together and not that I say, you know, it's a good thing that we've had COVID, but if we've got to take, we can't change that. It's happened, it's happening, it's going to continue to happen. But if we come out the other side, which we will, we've got to remember some of the good things that come out of this, and that's people. You know, people, whether you've got mental health issues or not, or addiction issues, or learning disabilities, or physical disabilities, or just difficulties or issues, take those issues seriously and care about other people. And before you just go back to your old ways, think about the positive things that have come out of this new normal, and let's move forward together. Let's not go back to the divided world that we lived in before. I mean, again, it's obviously horrendous to see what's going on in America. It's horrendous to see that video of that copper kneeling on the guy's neck. I think it's even worse when you see the other version where there's two other people basically kneeling on him. That's horrendous. But what they're doing there, you know, with the rioting and the looting, that's got nothing to do with what happened. You know, we've got to start to realise racism's bullshit. You know, it's everybody's a person. You can dislike people because of who they are, but to dislike somebody just because they've got a different colour skin to you is just fucking ridiculous. You know, it's horrible to see what's going out there. And this is, I don't know why I'm whittering on about this now, because it's got nothing to do with me. But we need to go back to, we need to find a way of making sure that we stick together as a nation, as a country, as a world, and not be as divided as we are, you know, them and us. You know, I know some people see me as a, you know, as a you know, a benefits grounder or whatever, and there's people out there that, you know, I have to live that way. I don't have a choice. But I'm whittering on now, so I'm going to shut up. Please, please, please think about the positives that can come out of this horrendous time. Those people out there who are having feelings that they've never felt before, it could well be anxiety, stress, depression. Get out there, seek some help quickly, talk to somebody about it. And again, you guys with mental health issues and addiction issues and other issues, please share this vlog and ask people around you that don't have mental health issues and addiction issues to listen to what I've got to say. They can comment and say that I'm talking out my arse. They can dislike it, they can do whatever they like, but you know, if we can get across to people, you know, that the way that they've been living recently is the way that we with difficulties, whether they be physical, mental or learning, we live normally. You know, we live in isolation a lot, and you know, help them to understand how our lives are, and make sure that they, I'm going on too much now, but make sure that something good comes out of these horrendous times. Again, if you can, please subscribe, share, comment, and I'll catch you soon. I don't know, well, I'm going to post this whatever, but catch you soon, and welcome to the, let's hope with the new normal will be a better one. Let's not go back to the old normal, because the old normal was shite in many ways. Catch you soon. Enjoy the good and ride out the bad, and hope you slept well, Mel. Catch you soon. Bye bye.